Hi, I'd like to show you a little bit about our case study of a blueberry farm. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to review what we have set up and also set up your farm so that you have operators and rows that you can choose from when you're doing production. So what we have is on our items, which is the items that we use, I have a blueberry row and I have a harvest personnel. They are items that we use in our production so that we can identify or trace where they came from. So we've already done that. And our suppliers for those items are ourselves. We want to set up these items so that they will be usable and they will last for a long time and we can identify where production came from. So when we receive from Blueberry Farms, it's going to be a one-time deal, but we're going to receive harvest personnel and rows. And that's going to give us the ability to track which rows and harvest personnel were involved. So we go back to the main menu. We've got them set up. We've got a supplier. Now we're going to go over to receive goods. And we're going to receive a new shipment. And I'm going to say that we're getting it from ourselves, today's date, and I'm going to, because we don't have to do an inspection on this particular product, but we always have the opportunity, we're going to hit the inspect button and we're going to say inspection not required. Then we're going to hit the receive button on this item and we're going to say that we got from ourselves a blueberry roll. Our best before date is calculated as 50 years because we said the best before date is going to be 50 years. And I'm going to enter row number 5. That's where I am. I've done rows 1 through 4 already. I don't want to print a label. You possibly do want to print a label so that when you're recording production in your office or in the production area, after you've done the harvest, you can scan that barcode label and it would identify which row. So you may want to print off rows and stick them on a wall or a piece of cardboard so that you can always call them up. So we're going to receive 1,000 uses or eaches of that row, and we're going to have one inventory item. So we're going to hit save. So there's row number 5. Now we're going to do row number 6. Same thing. We type in the lot number so that we can track the production from that row, and it remembers our choice to not print a label. So we hit save. So you can see now that we've, on this receiving, we've got row number 5, number 6, and I'm going to do number 7. Calculate row number 7. Save. Okay, you're going to go through that for the number of rows that you want to identify. Now we're going to identify a personnel, somebody that's involved with the harvest, whether we want to have them as a tractor driver or a setup operator. In this case, I've just identified them as a personnel that we're going to use. So we're going to say that Randy is the guy's name. It's only good for 50 years. We're going to print no label and we're going to hit save. Now, when we look, we see that on this receipt item, on today's date, we've received 5, 6, 7, and Randy. Like I said, this is going to be a one-time deal. Set up your farm. You could identify which field numbers, identify the type of equipment, that type of thing. So it's a one-time deal that you have to set up your production or your farm so that it's identifiable. If we return to the main menu, we're going to look at the inventory. And you can see that right now for raw materials, we have these blueberry rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have Reg, Sam, and Randy as operators. So those are reusable that we can always identify where production came from. And we're going to see that in case study Blueberry Farms number 2, where we talk about recording production. Thanks.